Hello and welcome to your online Trig class for this summer. My name is Andrea Mathis and I'm going to be your instructor. This little video is just to kind of show you around the course itself inside Canvas. So a couple of things about the inbox and where all your information is and all that kind of stuff. Okay. So anyway, this is your home page as it will look when you first log into Canvas. Okay. I've got a little introductory thing here, a little introductory post that I want you to read, and it'll tell you where to locate all of the getting started information and the things that are supposed to be due this week. Um, that's going to be on your modules page. Okay. If we click on modules, this is going to be kind of your list of things to do this semester. I guess you can sort of think of it that way. Um, Here is the first thing that you'll want to go through and take a look at. This is your Getting Started module here. The class schedule gives you a breakdown of week by week what we're going to be doing. Okay. Now, the things that are here are subject to change just a little bit. They shouldn't change an awful lot during the semester. Okay. So you can go ahead and put due dates on your calendar, and if anything changes as far as the date that something's due, I will tell you, okay? I will put a post there on that home page that I showed you just a second ago, and I will also send you a message through the Canvas inbox, okay? So, and I'll show you in a minute how to check those messages and how to send me messages and that kind of thing. This is your class schedule, and it's got all the weeks that we'll be in class this summer, and it includes everything that we're going to be doing. You've got the week, the dates of that week. This is actually Sunday through Saturday, okay? Um, and then you've got the attendance assignment. We take attendance by assignments in online classes, so and I've got to update this just a little bit because when I originally wrote this, I was thinking there was only one attendance date per week, but there's actually two. So in this first one, you've got orientation quiz and web assign that you'll need to sign up for this week, and then you've got a quiz and a test every week after that, okay? So that's going to change just a little bit. I just now noticed that. Didn't think about that last night while I was trying to get everything updated, but we'll get that fixed and it'll be right next time you take a look at it. All right. Let's go back out to modules. I'll show you what else is out there. Everything's linked up. On any of these pages, if you see a blue word or phrase, then that's linking you to another page or a file or a test or a quiz or something like that that's also in Canvas. So I try to keep things linked up pretty easily so that it's real easy for you to jump around through the course. This is a little page about how you schedule your proctored exams. We will have 3 proctored exams in this class. The second test, the 5th test, and then the final. Those will all 3 be proctored, and you will need to set up an appointment with our proctoring center here at Northeast, or if you happen to be out of the 5-county area, you can apply to have your test proctored in a different community college, okay? So just read that. It's got a couple of links to some pages on the distance learning, e-learning website here at Northeast that will explain about how to do your scheduling. And if you do need to apply for a different proctor location, there's a place to do that there too. That has to be done within 5 days of you taking the test. So if you know that you're going to need a proctor site besides Northeast, you need to go ahead and get that done as soon as you can. Okay. All right, and then we've got I've got the formal syllabus here that tells you all about the class, different requirements, prerequisites, that kind of thing for Trig. Here is my instructor information. It's got my office number at Northeast, my phone number there, email address, and it's also got my cell number. I would appreciate if you're not using my cell number unless you just absolutely have to get a hold of me, like if you're taking a proctored exam and something's wrong with the test, okay? That's okay. You can call me. Your proctor will also have access to that phone number as well, and they can call me too, okay? You can text me at that number, that's fine, but keep in mind that I have 2 small children, and we do try to get them in bed about 8:30 or 9 every night if possible, so if you wouldn't mind, please don't call me after that. The next thing down, and let me say this too, email is really probably the best way to get a hold of me this summer, or through the Canvas inbox messaging system that I'll show you in just a second. That also comes to my email. So those are probably the best ways to get a hold of me, really and truly. Don't call my office number because I'm not going to be in there much this summer. I am on campus during June, but I will not be on campus during July. So that means my office number in July especially is pretty much useless. Okay, so definitely just shoot me an email. That's the best way to get a hold of me. Book homework sheet. You have two types of homework in this class. You have web assigned homework, which is going to be graded. It's done in our online homework system called WebAssign, which I will be doing a little video for y'all a little bit later today on how to get signed up for that if you don't already know how to sign up for WebAssign. So we'll talk about that a little bit later, but that's the only part that's graded. This is book homework. This is homework out of the book. You do need to do it because Trig is absolutely essential, or practice, I should say, is absolutely essential for learning Trig. Okay, so you've really, really got to work on this homework. Online FAQ, frequently asked questions for this summer. This is just some stuff that I've been asked over the semesters. And this is just an easy place to go to get the answer. So if you've got a question about the class, you may want to check this first. And then if your answer is not there, holler at me, and I'll be glad to answer whatever question you have. Then this week, one of the things that you have to do for your attendance is to take this little online student orientation quiz. It's real easy, and you can take it as many times as you need to. It's also not graded, so it's a big deal because you need to take it. If you don't take it, I have to count you as a no-show, which means you'll get cut out of the class, and you don't want that to happen. So you definitely need to take it, but it's not graded, so don't panic over your grade or anything like that. Now, before you take it, scan through the information that you'll get by clicking them through the links here. Alright, you need to read this before you take the online student quiz. Click here to go to the information you need to read before you take the online student quiz. Read each page thoroughly, then click here to take the quiz. Okay, so this takes you to the page itself, and it's sort of like not really a PowerPoint, but there's slides that you kind of click through. It's on the Northeast eLearning website, and it will give you a lot of good information about online classes. Okay, so you definitely need to take a look at that, and then go there and take that little quiz. Signing up for WebAssign is the other attendance point, and as I mentioned a second ago, I'm going to put a little video out a little later today on how to do that in case you don't know. Okay, if you've never signed up before, if you've kind of forgotten, we'll work on that today. Now, let's see, Trig book wise, what you'll need for this class. I know the bookstore website says everything's optional. It's not. I'm not sure why they did that, but you do need a book, either a hardback book or an ebook. Either one's fine. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. And you've got to have a code for WebAssign. Okay, you've got to have both, and you need to have both this week. Cheapest option there is to get the code only, and because it includes the ebook and the WebAssign. Okay. So that's the way I would go if you don't mind using an ebook. If you'd rather have your own hardback copy, of course you can order the book too. Okay, that's up to you, but that's a pretty easy way to do it. You do need to get it soon. So if you haven't ordered that already, you need to do it today, and you need to perhaps have it overnighted. Okay, because you really got to have that book and really the WebAssign code. You know, both things. You really got to have those because you've got to get set up this week to get counted present. Okay. Then after that, I don't have anything set up but Unit 1, which is for the first test. Okay, and there's a couple things here that I see that you will not see. Forgive me for a second there. That's the old video that I did for the intro. But this is Unit Test 1. It'll pop up as soon as I get it written. Okay. The due date's already on there. This is the last possible date to take that. And when you look at the class schedule, non-proctored exams, I give y'all a window of about 48 hours to take those. About 48 hours, okay, not exactly 48, but you basically have 2 days to take them. And then the proctored test you get free, okay? So you got a little bit longer because I know you've got some scheduling issues that you have to deal with there. And the final, you actually have all week pretty much to take that, so that works out good. I've got 2 different sections that I'll have within each one of these units. Prepare for the test, which will list, like, you know, read the sections in your textbook. That's not clickable. That's just a statement, okay? But it gives you all the section numbers that you need to take a look at in your textbook. Then I have videos. These videos are created by a program on my iPad called Creations, which is really great. It's got its own website. If for some reason you can't click on one of these and see the videos pop up, you'll holler at me. I'll give you the link to the Creations website itself and give you the link to the videos there, and you shouldn't have any trouble watching them there, okay? Now, each one's got all the videos for that particular section. Like this one's got 3, okay? If you click on one of them, it's going to start playing, and what's going to happen is you're going to lose this bar until you roll back over it. So don't panic when it disappears. It's still there. You'll just have to roll your cursor back over it. You can also do full screen on them. Anyway, so that basically takes the place of lecture, okay, for each one of those, because I've kind of done on each one of them what I would normally do in lecture, okay. So that works out pretty good for that. Then I have a link to your book homework specifically for Unit 1. That's the same thing that's on the homework sheet. I just like to be redundant so that it's real easy for y'all to find stuff, okay, specifically for homework 1 there. All right, and then the statement that, required for attendance or for a grade, the WebAssign for that first week is going to be for a grade. There's a test, and there's going to be a quiz also, okay? The test and the quiz will count as your attendance. They will also be counted as a grade. The quizzes this semester will go in with your WebAssign. They're not going to count an awful lot. They are going to count just a little bit. They'll be super easy, and you'll be able to take them as many times as you need to, okay? So don't worry about the quizzes. It's not going to be a big deal. It's just I need another thing to count for attendance each week, and I don't want to do WebAssign, okay? WebAssign's got to be done, but it's kind of complicated to deal with as far as an attendance point. So I like the quizzes a little bit better. But all of that will be in there next week. Okay, that's the stuff that you'll be doing next week. I do want you to go ahead this week and start looking through all this stuff. Okay, just get a little leg up, get a little ahead of yourself on that. Okay. All right. Quizzes is where you'll find your tests and your quizzes. You can also get them from the modules page. Modules basically will do pretty much everything you need to find in Canvas except for your grades, okay? And there's your grades right there. A lot of this other stuff you won't ever even touch, okay? NetTutor you might, and there's some information in that, read this before you take the online student orientation quiz that'll tell you a little bit more about NetTutor, okay? Now the inbox real quick before my time is up on this video. If you click on the inbox, this is the messaging system for Canvas. I don't know if you've ever used it before. You can set these to come straight to your email address. You do that by going to settings and setting up your notifications. There's a lot of different notifications you can set up. You can have it ding your phone, for example, every time you get a message or every time you get a grade, okay, which is really kind of useful. So mine's blank right at the moment. This is my inbox. The way you create a message is you can either, I think you can search by user. It's a little different than the last time I used it, so to be honest with you, I'm not really sure exactly what all these buttons do just yet. Here we go. That's where you'll write a message, and you may just have this course in this drop-down list, Trig. And then you'll find me on the list. Okay, I'll be under teachers, of course. Then you put the subject. You can, do whatever, type whatever you need to do right here. I don't think you'll have the option to email each other. I'm not sure how that works. I know that I can email all of you, but I don't think you can email each other. If you do, you may want to send individual messages so we don't get some big crazy group message going on. I think you can attach audio or video here, and I know you can attach a file right here. Anyway, this is probably how I will communicate with y'all for the most part. So if you get a little number up here by inbox, that means you've got a message. Could be from me, maybe from another teacher, okay? So just keep an eye on that, all right? I think that's it, and I'm about out of time, so I'm going to tell you bye. And if there was anything here that I didn't cover, or if you've got any other questions, just holler at me, drop me an email, drop me a message in this inbox that I just showed you right here, and I will talk to you later.